All right, man. So that Xbox event, E3 event, that was pretty amazing. I gotta say, honestly, this had been Xbox best E3 thus far because they haven't. It's been a minute since Xbox really came with something good, so I gotta give them that. And yeah, it was solid E3, solid conference.
Yeah, it was pretty
Everything was
good.
pretty
They
good.
showed off a lot of good games. They showed off the heavy hitters first, which I initially already said they were gonna do. And yeah, they showed off some gameplay of Stalker 2, which looks amazing. They showed a teaser of Starfield, so everybody could have that to, ponder about. As well as a couple other games. They showed off Battlefield multiplayer, which looks amazing. Yeah, it was just a lot of stuff. They showed off Halo Infinite, a little sneak peek of the story, as well as the multiplayer.
The multiplayer is what I care about the most. That look, Halo Infinite multiplayer is what I care about the most. And honestly, when I saw it, I was like, I'm sold. I was like, it's over. It's over. It looks great. It looks great. I hope we get a beta confirmation later on this year, so we can able to try it out like we did with the Halo 5 Guardian. So that'll be really good.
Yes,
and also,
sir.
Forza Horizon 5 looks amazing.
They use like real textures. I forgot what they said exactly, but they pretty much took like real geometric geometric textures and stuff, and then they rendered it out on like 12K,
Yeah.
and then they like downscaled it to like 4K or something like that. It looks phenomenal, like 100%.
4K 60.
It looks like Google Maps the game. That's what it looks like. Like legit.
And they already confirmed a lot of things that we already know, or things that people want to get actual confirmation on. Same thing like Back for Blood.
Yakuza Like a Dragon, that's coming to Game Pass as well. It's actually out right now, actually. So yeah.
Yeah, a lot of great games coming to Game Pass this year, and they showed for games. Most of the games that was announced or were coming out next year. So that's fair because we're halfway into the
this year's over
anyway.
So it makes
pretty
sense.
We're halfway there.
Yeah, it makes sense. But they did show some games that's coming out. Obviously, Halo is supposed to come out this year, as well as Psychonauts 2.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they just kind of give like a couple of games like each month or whatever for the remainder of the year. So yeah, expect a lot of games coming out.
And they didn't show much of anything either. Like there's a lot of games they haven't even shown yet, like Perfect Dark, State of K3, Arow, like there Evolve. There's a lot of different games that haven't even crossed the circuit yet. We didn't see Hellblade 2.
Which is smart because they're keeping it tucked away.
Right. It's a lot of games.
We all knew it was coming to Game Pass. The first one was on Game Pass. It was just like the announcement of them making a sequel to the first one, which will be an exclusive because the first one was a third party. Yeah, it was a third party game. So yeah, they showed off a lot of stuff. They even showed off a Jack Sparrow DLC for Sea of Thieves, which is very appropriate. Yeah, some grounded DLC that they got brewing up, and yeah, it was a self-explanatory and very focused press conference. Like not once did I think like, oh, it broke focus and we were doing something else. It was just literally Xbox games, and a lot of it was surrounded on the idea of Game Pass. It's like, yo, pretty much every single game that we're showing is going to Game Pass day and date, and that's the reason why they have this whole entire like hype around Game Pass, is because they currently have over 18 million active subscription users on Game Pass. So clearly it's working. Like this formula is working for the company, it's working for the developers, and it's also working for the players. Everybody wins in the end, which is exactly why Game Pass is the greatest value in gaming. Anybody who disagrees is a fanboy. Simple, point blank, period.
Yeah, I agree on that. And they also gave us a little teaser of a trailer of Bethesda's new IP, which is pretty much Redfall, which is like a weird vampire shooter kind of thing. It looks pretty interesting. I ain't gonna lie. It looks pretty interesting.
It's basically their version
gotta see more
of like a Left 4 Dead, which is pretty good.
Left 4 Dead or something. Yeah, definitely gotta see more though. I want to definitely see gameplay of that down the line. But from what I'm seeing, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with everything that they showed thus far. Honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it's been really good to know that the Game Pass will have so much value to it. Like honestly, man, gaming, this conference itself actually like sparked something in me back in gaming, because I ain't gonna lie, gaming has not been fun. Okay, it has not been fun. It's been very draining. So for them to show something that was pretty much like refreshing, and just seeing all these games coming to Game Pass and like that kind of gave me a reason to, still game. So I like that. I shout out to Microsoft, man, for having a great E3. That was good. I'm really impressed.
I'm sure all the fanboys were like, "Hey, it wasn't that good. It's trash." Like it doesn't matter. Like their existence is minuscule. It really doesn't matter. The point is, this is a win for gamers. This is a win for gaming as a whole, and we have games. So anybody who says Xbox has no games, clearly you're lying. You haven't seen the press conference. Like we already have like multiple games that's coming out this year, and this year's already finished with, and not to mention the crazy lineup that we have next year. So like
Yeah. Definitely get a Series X by this year, 100%. If you don't have one, you definitely should get one.
it is a requirement, especially yeah. And one more thing to note is that a lot of their games that they've shown are Xbox console exclusives as well. So all you PC dudes and stuff,
That's very important.
you're gonna have to get a Series X. Sorry to tell you that. But yeah, you're gonna have to get one. Like you're not gonna get every single game on PC, which is exactly what they should do, because like I get it. They're trying to build a friendly ecosystem where people could play the games how they want or whatever. But at the same time, they got to sell some type of units, obviously. So it makes sense to reward the players who actually brought the console with some exclusive games that's only on said platform, versus PC that gets everything. So yeah, and besides, PC has been eating pretty well for these past couple of years. I mean, they just gotten Days Gone, which is a PlayStation exclusive on Steam and Epic Game Store. So yeah, it's not like they're hurting.
Yeah.
They like PC gamers are pretty much double dipping at this point. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good press conference.
As time goes on, but yeah, I'm definitely excited for that.
Yep.
Xbox, you did
Yeah,
great.
man.
You did great, Xbox.
You did good. You did good.